that rain beating us, eh? Nothing this car can't handle.
Feels like we're in our own little boat, safe and dry.
And cozy. It's like the clouds are drumming for us.
Drumming, I like that.
When the thunder came, I thought it was a giant drum too. Boom, like that.
Rain poured violently across the dark highway. Headlights sliced through the storm. Inside a black SUV, laughter filled the air. Joy, just 10 years old, leaned between her parents in the back seat, grinning.
Daddy, promise you won't forget my birthday cake this year.
I promise, sweetheart. That cake is already on my calendar.
He even said to remind us you're safe.
Good, because I want the biggest one in the whole bakery.
Biggest one. Got it.
With extra sprinkles.
Extra sprinkles it is. And then he said,
You can't eat 3 plates.
Oh, I did.
You did it.
I did!
Yeah, that's my girl.
You two are trouble, you know that.
The car rounded a bend. Thunder cracked. A truck's headlights appeared suddenly, too close, too fast. Sarah's smile dropped. Emeka's hands tightened on the wheel. Joy's laughter stopped mid-breath. And then, impact. Darkness swallowed everything. Morning sunlight stretched across a peaceful village in eastern Nigeria. Birds chirped. A generator hummed in the distance. Inside a modest but beautiful home, Sarah moved gently through the kitchen, stirring soup. Joy sat at the table in her neat school uniform, braids freshly done, humming softly while coloring in a notebook. Emeka entered, dressed in a crisp shirt, adjusting his wristwatch. Sarah smiled immediately when she saw him. "You're leaving already?" "Business doesn't wait," he replied softly, "but my family always comes first." He walked to Joy and kissed her forehead. "Be good today." "I'm always good," Joy said proudly. Sarah laughed. This was not a rich mansion, but it was a rich home, full of love, full of safety, full of promise. Later that evening, Emeka drove home from the city with Sarah beside him. The car smelled of perfume and fresh rain. They talked about Joy's future. "She's smart," Sarah said softly. "Smarter than both of us." Emeka smiled. "She will become whatever she wants. Doctor, lawyer, president." Sarah laughed lightly. "President of Nigeria?" "Why not?" Emeka replied. "Our daughter deserves the world." They didn't know. They were speaking their final dreams out loud. Night fell. Rain began to fall heavily. The road glistened dangerously. Inside the car, the radio played softly. Joy had fallen asleep in the back seat, her head resting on her backpack. Sarah glanced back, smiling. Then, a loud horn, a truck swerved, a blinding flash of headlights. Emeka shouted, "Hold on!" Sarah turned instinctively toward the back seat. "Joy!" The crash came like thunder, ripping the world apart. Glass shattered, metal screamed, time slowed. Then, silence. Only rain, only darkness, only the broken sound of a life that would never be the same. The village gathered in black. Women wailed openly. Men stood in silence, shaken. 2 coffins rested side by side. Joy stood between them, too small, too quiet, too broken to cry anymore. She stared at the wood, waiting, as if her parents might suddenly wake up and laugh and say it was all a mistake. But they never did. A hand rested on her shoulder briefly, one of her uncles, not gently, not with love, just out of obligation. Then the hand left, and so did everything else. The very next morning, while the house still smelled like grief, Emeka's brothers gathered inside the living room, not to mourn, but to calculate. Documents spread across the table, phones in their hands, whispers full of poison. "This land is worth millions. The bank accounts, too. We are his blood. It belongs to us." Outside, Joy sat on the steps, holding her mother's old scarf, listening. Even at 10 years old, she understood. They were not here for her. They were here for what her father left behind. Within days, the house was no longer hers. The school fees stopped. The food disappeared. Her uncle stood over her one afternoon, arms crossed. "We can't take care of you forever." Joy looked up, confused. "But this is my home." He scoffed. "Not anymore." Her small bag was placed beside her. No goodbye hug, no explanation, just rejection. At 10 years old, Joy became alone in the world. Night came quickly. Joy sat under an unfinished building, hugging her knees to her chest. Cold, hungry, scared. The rain began to fall again, just like the night her parents died. Tears rolled silently down her cheeks. "Daddy," she whispered. "Mummy." No one answered. The camera lingers on her small, shaking body in the darkness, and the narrator's final words fall slowly. She thought losing her parents was the worst pain a child could feel. She had no idea the world had just begun to test her. Her pain is only just begun. Don't miss episode 2 is coming soon.